What is up, everybody? Meriden Gaming here, and we're back for another World of Tanks Tech Tree Tank Showcase and Review. Today we're taking a look at the Tier 10 German medium tank, the Leopard 1. Very much like the previous tank, the Leopard PTA or PETA or Prototype A, whatever you want to call it. They're almost identical as far as armor and the style of the tank. It's got this very similar, front kind of squared off, or I guess diamond, uh, this sharp angle here, and the turret is also very similar, and they play pretty much exactly the same. I'm not even going to bother going into the armor view or the live view because, as you can see here, yeah, it doesn't really have any armor. Even tier 8s are going to go through. So you might have a few ricochet angles, but for the most part, you want to stay as far back as possible. You almost are basically a mobile TD. You basically you have the mobility of a medium tank, but you have the gun characteristics of a TD. So anyway, let's go ahead and get over the comparison. So we're going to be comparing it to the E50M, which do the gun characteristics of both this and the Object 140. They can work as snipers if you absolutely have to, but then the true sniper comparison is between the STB1 and the UDES 1516. These both have hydraulic suspension, but they're designed more to be snipers, just like the Leopard is. Alright, DPM. It's pretty good. It's right in the middle. It's not as good as the Object 140 and the STB1 because of their reload times, but we can get this below 8 seconds with just a gun rammer, honestly. So that's definitely nothing to worry about. The nice thing about the Leopard 1 is both its standard and gold rounds are APCR, so they don't have that drop off quite as much as some of the other ones do. You have 278 pin for your standard rounds, which is better than all the other ones, and then you have, I believe it's 315 on your gold rounds. Yes, or 323 on your gold rounds. And the other nice thing is you also do a little bit more damage than everything but the UDES. Of course, it's got a slightly slower reload time, so those tend to correlate. But your shell velocity with the standard rounds, 1480, and with your gold rounds, 1600. That's why this thing is a sniper. You don't have to lead your targets all that much to hit them at max range. It's crazy. 60 ammo capacity, you can take a little bit of everything. I mean, basically, you're going to take mostly gold rounds, but I mean, with 278 standard pin, that's going to go through pretty much all the other mediums, all the TDs, and even some of the heavies. And then you throw in a few of those 323 pin for those super heavy armored heavies, and you should be good to go, and a few HE rounds. But and then we get down to our aim time. Look at that, 1.63. We're actually going to get this down to 1.5, which is ridiculous. 0.28 dispersion, we're going to get that down to 0.26. I mean, this thing is a sniper. I mean, both these stats are better than everything else here. Nothing else can compare to the Leopard 1. That's why this is used in those Clan Wars events where they need a sniper, but you don't want to use a TD because the TDs tend to be a little bit slower, where the Leopard 1 can get into that position, especially like on Cliff or something. Gun depression, 9 degrees, better than everything but the two that have the hydraulic suspension. And with the hydraulic, if they're not using their hydraulic suspension, this actually has slightly better gun depression. Although this one's automatic as long as you're slow enough, this one you have to engage kind of like the Swedish TDs. So just take that into account. If you're trying to move around a lot, these don't work quite as well because you're having, well, actually this one kind of does with the automatic, but yeah, this one having to go in and out makes it not quite as useful. At least in Clan Wars. I'm stuck in Clan Wars mode because we have Clan Wars tonight, so yeah. And then your speed, 70 and 23, better than everything but of course reverse speed for the STB1 and the UDES. Of course, this is in their speed mode. I believe in their actual engaged mode, it's much slower than that. Engine power kinda low, but because of the weight, very good power to weight ratio compared to everything else except for the STB1. So definitely able to get into positions. As you can see here by the effective speeds, I mean, this thing is up there with all of these. They're all kind of right around the same area, except for the E50M. It is a little bit slower. Armor, yeah, this is where this thing falls short. You do not have armor. You cannot be up in the face of other tanks. You have to stay back. Whereas the stuff like the E50M and the Object 140 have enough armor to kind of brawl. not with heavies, but with the other mediums they can kind of work it out as long as they stay hull down. Kind of same with the STB1, you can be a little bit more aggressive with it just because if you're hull down, that 222 can bounce a lot of shots. Then we get down to our camo. We're actually going to be able to get this up to 30, or if you don't want vert stabs and you want to go with like a low noise exhaust, you can get this up to 35, which is kind of crazy, which I believe this would be then 30 for moving camo, which is like tier 8 and 9 light tank category, at least for the mobiles style light tanks like I play. I use low noise exhaust on those too, instead of the camo nets. And then your view range is better than everything else here, 410. I try to pump this up as much as I can, just so once it gets towards the late game, because you will be one of the few left, you'll be able to spot not only for yourself, but for your TDs and your artillery to finish off those matches and carry the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at what will we do. Of course, the standard setup is going to be fence and gun rammer. Then it comes down to what do you want to maximize in your tank. Do you want a smaller aiming circle so you can snapshot better? Go with improved aiming circle. Do you want to be able to shoot better with moving your turret and your tank than vert stabs? This is what I go with. But then the other option, of course, you have is either improving your optics or your camo. Personally, I went with vert stabs, but I have a second setup with the extra view range just for being able to spot those things that are in bushes a little bit better. But we'll go with the standard setup for now. And then as far as our crew skills go, of course, you know what I'm going to tell you. Same thing I say every video. You want Sixth Sense, Smooth Ride, Snapshot, and Intuition. Like, that's a given for any tank that you're using your gun in. Of course, we're also going to have Camouflage. And then, honestly, I feel like this is what I'm doing in my Leopard PTA. I'm going with Concealment, which I'm going to pull the crew up to the Leopard 1. I'm going with Concealment next because if I'm going to stay back and try to snipe, I want to know that I'm not going to get spotted. So I went with that, and then probably next would be like Brothers in Arms, Situational Awareness, and Recon. I mean, this thing, you want to set it up, especially for the late game, to be able to spot those enemies. And let's go ahead and save that. So what's that get us down to? Our reload time is under, I think that took a full second off our reload time. I mean, that's pretty crazy. So now we're down under 7 seconds. We're approaching, but not quite to a couple of these other ones. So that's really good. Then our dispersion is down to 0.26. Our aim time is down to 0.155. That is crazy. You do not have to sit there and wait forever for your aiming circle to get smaller. We could get this down a little bit more if we'd gone with that improved aiming, but I prefer the vert stabs on this. Then we get down here, the main other thing would be the camo. It's right at 30 and 23. If we went with the low nose exhaust, it would be 35 and 30-ish. I think it's like 29.2, something like that. But then our view range, this is just with the skills, not with the improved what is that called? Something optics, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. You're at 50 or 454, which is basically max view range. If you want to be able to see through bushes, you could pump a few more things in. You go with either Commander's Vision System or the optics to get you that extra. Because for every 10 over the max view range you have, that takes 1% off the enemy's camo. So actually, maybe the Commander's Vision System would be better than the vert stabs if you're going for the spotting setup. Anyway, let's go ahead and get over to the gameplay. Today we're going to be watching Jen Hummel in their Leopard 1 on Cliff. And as you can see, they have a they have really good equipment here. They have that improved fence and rammer, and then a the improved bonded uh, aiming circle, improved aiming. And most likely their second setup is going to be something for spotting, but here you don't really need spotting because they have a light tank, they have some other stuff. Alright, so I would suspect that they're going to go up to the perch because that is what you tend to do with the leopards. Because you're basically a TD. We'll see if that's where they decide to go. Yes, it is. And there is enough room for up to 3 tanks up here. You get much more than that, and you don't have enough room to maneuver to avoid getting spotted or the artillery. Alright, so gonna push down the tree. There you go. Okay, now you should be not spotted. Oh, look at that. He's already got somebody playing way too aggressive there. You should not be up on top of that hill there. Oh, oh. You're gonna get a shot at the AMX and take out their light tank. Nope, didn't look like it. Waiting for them, because that would be a great thing to do if they can. Here comes a heavy of some sort. Keeping an eye. Some of his team has already gotten over to what I call the donut, that area over there. Oh, let's see, yeah, if he can get a few shots in the side, there you go, nice. Protect your heavy tank over there.
Moving in to support you.
Like, I'm helping you, but of course he's not going to be able to help too much, because his Object 260 is going to be overran there. Yeah. This is not looking good. I haven't watched this in advance, so um, I'm pretty sure they won. I know he gets an ace tanker, he or she gets an ace tanker, but I don't know if it's a win or a defeat. Yeah, look, see, that's the problem. That's where you want to be. You want to win that, because then from the position that the enemies are in, they can shoot at your allies there around the top, like the big hill in the center. Trying to get into a position to shoot. Oh, yeah, putting all these trees down so he's got good camo no matter which position he's in. Can't go through that. Already down 2 tanks. Down quite a bit in HP as well. Oh, a heavy tank is moving. That's the new Chieftain Proto. They're great tanks if you can stay hold down. Oh, except oh, not quite enough time to get that round off. So Chieftain Protos, as long as you can catch them when they're not hold down, you can do a lot of damage to them. At this point, it's just a waiting game, trying to see when the enemies are going to push over so he can get shots at them. Of course, that went unlit. Yeah, here's the downside, is the fact that allies aren't lighting. So he hit the upper plate there instead of the lower. That's just a little bit of bad RNG there. Oh, the 60 TP is coming around the side. You might be able to get shots on these guys. Positioning himself differently. Yeah, it's not looking good. They don't have eyes on a lot of positions. And they're kind of pushed down to this lower side. There you go. Now he's going to start getting damage. I'm surprised the 60 or something else is not trying to get blind shots up here. Everyone always knows that there's going to be at least one tank in this position. Surprised didn't try to track him at least once too. That usually helps slow them into getting a position that close. And finish off the light tank. There you go. Nicely done. There's one kill. Chieftain Proto sitting out there exposed. Nice. Tracked him. And did a bit of damage. Here comes something else around the corner. Oh, got unlucky and it went a little bit high. Already up to 3,000 damage. There's another kill. Arputar is down. Oh, there was 2 light tanks. Oh, oh, is he gonna get a shot? Ah, not quite. Not in a good position. Oh, there's something out in the open. Another smack for 437. A little bit of a high roll. As long as they can keep them spotted for him, he should be able to do a lot of damage. Nice one. Yeah, that's where the slower reload time is a little bit more of a pain compared to some of the other tanks. STB-1 has that faster reload, so it might have gotten another round into that AMX. But of course, this has the better aiming, so that's a good advantage too. Oh, their Leopard 1 has moved up. He smacked him once. Are you gonna get the? Nope, nope. Chieftain is moving back. Oh, now the object is down. Nice, good cleanup kill there. Like the artillery's gonna finish off. There's one shot. Another shot into this guy. A little bit low. The prototype finally came off the hill. Oh, this is not looking good. Got a lot of tanks coming his way. The artillery is probably still alive as well. But just a quick snapshot, didn't quite take time to aim. Now they're blind firing the bushes. Nice little snapshot one more time, and he should have him down. He's still not spotted, so he's got some pretty good camo. Actually, he's double bushed, which helps. He's gonna have to take cover behind the actual rock here. Second, someone hit him. The artillery could kill the chieftain. There you go. Nice, nice shot, artillery. See, this is where it takes, as long as they work together. He's just gotta wait a few more seconds to where he is no longer spotted, and then he can try to get shots. Oh, good shot by the 279E. Oh, he actually bounced a shot from that 705. That's luck. And yeah, see, that's gonna be the problem here. Is there enemy artillery? Oh, and the Leopard 1 hit him. Bauschen hit him. This is getting hairy. They brought it back to within 2 tanks, though, but they're about half the health. I think that was just a track. I don't think he actually took damage that time. Because the Leopard looks like he's up by the lighthouse, I think? But he's unspotted, so... Nice, nice. Here comes artillery. Yeah, he's unspotted. They're trying to hit the last known position. Like, I need spotting here. Okay, there he goes. He's spotted. Oh. Wasn't spotted. He was just blind fired there. Looks like. Got it back to 3 on 3. Wow, that is some work. 8k damage. 650. He's like, yeah, that leopard there is sitting here trying to shoot from ways away. I think the Martian was in the middle, though. I felt like when he got hit that one time, I think the Martian was in those middle pillars. Oh, there's the artillery. Object 279E should be able to finish him off. Nice. And here it comes down to... Oh, there's the Martian. Like I said, that's where I figured he was. He's only got 2 more standard rounds left. Oh, and there's the Leopard. Probably let his guys know the Leopard is up on top. There's the Martian. Pulls back behind the bush before firing. One. There's the Leopard. Okay, so now they've spotted the Leopard. Alshin is going to make a run for it, trying to take him out. Oh, there went the rest. His last gold round. Gotta be careful here that, okay, the 279 is keeping the Leopard entertained. The 212, gotta be very careful here because he can actually crash if he rolls, because I've been in this position and rolled too far. He successfully made it down. Don't know why he's doing an auto aim. Aims at center of mass and usually they can't. Oh, he got lucky there because that Malshin was about to fire at him. Alright, nicely done. Malshin down, now just the Leo. As long as the Leo hasn't moved off the top of that, the artillery should be able to finish him off easily enough. Thinking he's going to try to go up around the donut area and then up finish this. He should be able to get, if the 279 he can get, oh, he's going to go try to cap, okay. Problem is that 279E is on a very low health. There's the Leopard. I would say he needs to just move up right here and see if he can, or the other guy can finish him off. Alright, well let's go ahead and take a look at those end-game stats. Right, so that was a victory. They did 8.3k damage, another 7, so 9,000 damage combined, 5 kills, and even blocked a few shots. So they ended up getting the Confederate for shooting at least 6, and then High Caliber for doing the most damage. Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Fighter, and Fire for effect. A very good uh, example of how to play the Leopard. Like I said, it's basically a TD with medium tank mobility. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to check out my next video. If there's a specific tank you wish to see next, just leave that in the comment of the most current video. I record these about 3 at a time, so it will be probably the 4th one once I see the comment. Anyway, this is Samaritan Gaming, and I will see you on the battle.